and welcome to SOBHU's third annual production of Sounds of Blackness. Before I begin the description of Sounds of Blackness, I want to say a huge thank you to a group of people that without them this production would not have been possible. Most specifically, well, let me just start off all the names. Dr. Tasha Bradley, the theater and dance department, specifically Chris Nils and Jim Thurston. Outer and Wig, especially Rachel Prestigiacomo, who without whom these lights would not have been possible. Media Resources, the Office of Scheduling, Claire Steffens, wherever you are, for taking photos. And for the SOBHU Board and club members for their tireless work day and night in this production. So for you, thank you all. So Sounds of Blackness is our annual performance in celebration of and honor of Black History Month, where we seek to creatively combine historical and cultural moments in the past and present. Oftentimes, written, oral, and collective memories and histories are male-dominated, omitting the amazing work of women, in particular Black women. As an attempt to counter this, the SOBHU Board decided on the production of For Colored Girls Who Have Considered Suicide When the Rainbow Is Enough, a choreo poem by Ntozake Shange. The choreo poem focuses on the lives of 7 Black women. The women in the production share their seemingly fragmented poem monologues about their experiences of sexual harassment, rape, abortion, love, and domestic violence. Their monologues intertwine together as they explore what it means to be a colored girl in America. We would like to make note that this production contains graphic content and language that may trigger negative responses to audience members, specifically content regarding the previously mentioned experiences of the characters in the play. If you feel as though you need to step out now or at any moment during the show, please feel free to do so. If you would like to exit, or in case of emergency, please note the emergency exits over there, oh, over there, and up there if you need to. We also ask that you take a moment to silent or turn off your phones. So I'll take a pause for that. However, we do encourage you to take photos with no flash because it'll distract our amazing actresses and actors. To further explore the content of the play, we will hold a Q&A session with the cast and production members after the performance. If you haven't done so already, we encourage you to make monetary donations at the door or throughout the semester to the citizens of Flint, Michigan, who are in critical need of clean water. We hope you enjoy the show.
White woman fly, blackbird. You ain't ever gonna fly. White woman fly, blackbird. You ain't ever gonna fly.
Dark phrases of womanhood, of never having been a girl, half notes scattered without rhythm, no tune. Distraught laughter falling over a black girl's shoulder. It's funny, it's hysterical, the melodylessness of her dance. Don't tell nobody, don't tell a soul. She's been dancing on beer cans and shingles. This must be the spook house. Another song with no singers, lyrics, no voices, interrupted solos, and unseen performances. Are we ghouls? Children of horror? The joke? Don't tell nobody. Don't tell a soul. Are we animals? Have we gone crazy? I can't hear anything but maddening screams and the soft strains of death. And you promise me, somebody, anybody, sing a black girl song. Bring her out to know herself, to know you. But sing her rhythms, caring, struggle, hard times. Sing her song of life. She's been dead so long, closed in silence so long. She doesn't know the sound of her own voice, her infinite beauty. She's half notes scattered, without rhythm, no tunes. Sing her sighs, sing the song of her possibilities, sing a righteous gospel. Let her be born, let her be born, and handled warmly.
I'm outside Chicago. I'm outside Detroit.
I'm outside Houston.
I'm outside Baltimore.
I'm outside San Francisco.
I'm outside Manhattan.
I'm outside St. Louis.
And this is for colored girls who have considered suicide but moved to the ends of their own rainbows. Mama's little baby likes shortening, shortening. Mama's little baby likes shortening bread. Mama's little baby likes shortening, shortening. Mama's little baby likes shortening bread. Little Sally Walker, sitting in the saucer. Rise, Sally, rise. Wipe your weeping eyes and put your hands on your hip and let your backbone slip. Shake it to the east, shake it to the west. Shake it to the one that you like the best. Hear it.
Yes, it's me again, and I'm back.
It was graduation, and I was the only virgin in the crowd. Bobby Mills, Martin, Jerome, Sammy Yates, Eddie, Joe, and Randy. All cousins. All the prettiest niggas in this factory town. Carry me out with them in the deep black view, smelling the thunder burning. Ladies in heat. We rambled from Camden to Mount Holly, laughing at the afternoon speeches and dangling my tassels from the rearview mirror. On the different side of Project Stairs, moving towards snacks and big carrots and giddy, that's the way to do it, Mama. All Mercer County graduated the same night. Cosmetology, pre-secretarial, college, business, auto shop. I was moving from Mama to whatever was out there. That night we raced a big old truck from the barbecue stand. Trying to tell them about the party at Jackie's where folks that graduated last year was waiting to kick it with us. I got drunk, and I didn't know whose hand was on my side. But that didn't matter because these cousins, Martin, Eddie, Sam, Jerome, and Bobby, had been my sweethearts alternately since the 7th grade. And everybody knew. I always started crying when somebody actually tried to take advantage of me. At Jackie's, Glenda Mason had her mouth all out as we tumbled out the view. Eddie Jones was her licking stick, but I knew how to dance. Ooh, and then it got so hot, Mr. Ramos puked out in the punch, and Harley jumped in T.J.'s face. afraid to get their hair turned back. So they laid up against the wall looking almost sexy. But me and my fellas, we was dancing. Since 1993, I won all kind of contests with the cousins and the police athletically danced. All Mercer County knew. Any kid in one Yates could turn somersaults from Smoky Rock Stick to get a woman this sight. Ooh, we was dancing. We was doing nasty old tricks. Nasty tricks I've been thinking since May. Cause graduation night had to be hot, and I was the only virgin. So I had to make it look like myself was getting into some business. That way people thought whoever was getting it was an older man. Couldn't run the streets with no youngsters. Bobby slipped his leg around my thigh. R. Kelly bump seems like you're ready. Up and down the new cover home. We was grown. We was finally grown. Then all of a sudden Linda Mason went crazy. She went over to Eddie Kirkman and carried on, setting his skin with her nails. The cousins tried to talk some sense to her, tried to get her to stop. Listen, bitch! Sammy went on. Then Bobby started whispering I should go with him before they got to Kirkman. But the police arrived. No, we didn't know nothing about no party. Then Bobby started looking at me. Yeah. He started looking at me real strange like I was a woman or something. Started talking real soft in the backseat of that old Buick. Wow. By daybreak, I just couldn't stop grinning.
You gave it up in a Buick?
Yes, honey, and it was wonderful.
We used to do it up in all the dark corners.
Some nigga sweating all over you?
It was good.
I never did like to grind.
What other kind of dances are there?
Mambo, bomba, merengue. When I was 16, I ran out to the South Bronx because I was going to meet up with Willie Colon and dance all the time. Mambo, bomba, merengue.
Girl, do you speak Spanish?
Hola. My mama thought he was Puerto Rican. And we would have been, except we was just regular niggas with hints of Spanish. So off I did it to this 36-hour marathon dance from Sunset on Ricardo Sugar Ray on Southern Boulevard. Next door to this photography place, jammed with burial, wedding, and communion relics. Next door to La Real Ideal Spanish Barber. Up, stairs, and lots of hallway. With my colored New Jersey self, I didn't know what anybody was saying. Except in dance with proof of origin, I was Jibarita. And the next day, I kept smiling and right on stepping. If he could leave, I was ready to dance. If he couldn't leave, I caught his attitude. I seen Rosa do. I would not be bothered. I kept twirling, hipping, giving much quick feet, and being a mute cute colored Puerto Rican. Till Saturday afternoon when the disc jockey said, "Sorry folks, Willie Colon ain't gonna make it today." And all of my nigga temper came out of control. And I wouldn't dance with nobody, and I spoke English loud. And I loved you more than I was mad. More than when I discovered Archie Shep and the Soto Blues. Don't you know I wore out the magic of Juju? Heroically resisting being possessed. Ooh, the sounds. Sneaking in underage to slugs, to Sarah Rio Ortiz, and every word of your mama's mouth was gospel. And if Jesus couldn't play a horn like Shep, wasn't no need for colored folks to bear no cross at all. And poem is my thank you for music. And I love you more than poem. More than Aureliano Buendía of Macondo, more than Hector Lavoe loved himself, more than the lady loved Gardenas, more than Celia loves Cuba, Graciela loves Simpson, more than the flamingo should do and do all of being pretty. Oye negro, te amo más que when you play your flute.
Without any assistance or guidance from you, I have loved you assiduously for 8 months, 2 weeks, and a day. I've been stood up 4 times. I've left 7 packages on your doorstep, made 40 poems, 2 plans, and 3 handmade note cards. I left town so I could send to you, but you have been of no help. You call me at 3 o'clock in the morning on weekdays so I could drive 27.5 miles across the bay before work. Charmin', charmin', but you have been of no assistance, and I wanted to let you know that this was an experiment, to see how selfish I could be if I could snare a possible lover, if I was capable of debasing myself for the love of another, if I could stand not being wanted when I wanted to be wanted, and I could not. So, I am ending this affair. This note is attached to a plant that I've been watering since the day I met you. You can water it your damn self.
I don't want to write in English or sing. I want to sing, make them dance, like the confidence. Switch hips with me, cause I done forgot all about words. Ain't got no definition. I want a world with you. Our whole body wrapped like a right wing, rambling with space. On the corner in the park, where the rug used to be, that way your pillow came through us. Swing your head, push your legs to the groove. I'm on the Lower East Side in New York City, and I can't speak with you no more. We gotta dance to keep from crying. We gotta dance to keep from dying.
So come on.
Come on. Come on your head like it was ruby sapphire. I'm a poet who writes in English. Come to share our world with you. We come to share our world with you. We come to be dancing, to be dancing, to be dancing. Bye. A friend is hard to press charges against.
If you knew him, you must have wanted it.
A misunderstanding.
You know, these things happen.
Are you sure you didn't suggest?
Had you been drinking?
A stranger is always to be a rapist, and a rapist is always to be a stranger, to be legitimate. Someone you never saw, a man with obvious problems.
Pin-ups attached to the insides of his lapels.
Ticket stubs from porno flicks in his pocket.
A little dick.
Or a strong mother.
Or just a brutal virgin.
These men friend of ours who smile nice, stay employed, and take us out to dinner. And if you've been seen with him in public, dance one dance, kiss him goodbye lightly.
With mouth closed.
Pressing charges will be as hard as keeping your legs closed while 5 fools try to run a train on you.
While they stay employed and take us out to dinner.
We must have wanted it.
Women relinquish all personal rights in the presence of a man.
Who apparently could be a rapist.
Especially if he's been considered a friend.
And is no less worthy of being beat within an inch of his life, being publicly ridiculed, having 2 fists shoved up his ass,
Than the stranger we always thought it would be.
who never showed up.
Because it turns out the nature of rape has changed.
We can now meet them in circles we frequent for companionship.
We see them at the coffee house.
With someone else we know.
We can have them over for dinner and get raped in our own houses by invitation, a friend.
Eyes.
Mice.
Who?
Nobody.
tables, whitewashed windows, grime from aged wiped over once, legs spread, anxious, eyes crawling up on me, eyes rolling in my thighs, metal horses gnawing my womb, dead mice fall from my mouth. I really didn't mean to. I really didn't think I could. Just one day off. Get off of me, all this blood. Bones shattered like ice cream cones. I couldn't have people looking at me pregnant. I couldn't have people seeing this, dying, tangling between my legs. So I didn't say a thing. Not a sigh or a fast scream to get those eyes off of me. To get those steel rods out of me. This hurts. This hurts me. And nobody came because nobody knew. Once I was pregnant, ashamed of myself.
Once, there were quadroon balls, elegance in St. Louis. Lace mulattoes gambling down the Mississippi to Memphis. New Orleans and okra crepes near the bayou, where the poor white trash would sing, moaning strange liquid tones through the swamps. Sakita had heard these things. She moved as if she'd known them. The silver and high tone laughing, the violins and marble floors. Sakita pushed the clinging delta dust with painted toes. The patchwork tent was polka dotted. Stale light snatched at the shadows. Creole Carnival was playing natchets in 10 minutes. Her splendid red garters, gin stained and itchy on her thigh. Black diamond stockings, darned with yellow thread. An old starched taffeta can fell abundantly orange from her waist round the splintered chair. Sakita, Egyptian, goddess of creativity, second millennium, threw her heavy hair in a coil over her neck. Sakita, goddess, the recording of history, spread crimson oil on her cheeks, waxed her eyebrows, and unconsciously slugged the last hard whiskey in the glass. The broken mirror she used to decorate her face made her forehead tilt backwards. Her cheeks appear sunken, her sassy chin only large enough to keep her full lower lip from growing into her neck. Sakita had learned to make allowances for these distortions, but the heavy dust of the delta left a tinge of dirt and grime and darkness on every one of her dresses, on her arms and her shoulders. Sakita was anxious to get back to St. Louis. There, the dirt didn't crawl from the earth into your soul. At least in St. Louis, the grime was store-bought, secondhand. Here in Natchez, God seemed to be wiping his feet and her face. One of the wrestlers had finally won tonight, the mulatto. Raul was supposed to hold the booming half-cash seared eagle in a bear hug. 8 counts, get thrown unawares, fall out of the ring, and do seared eagle in for good. Sakita could hear the redneck whoops and slapping on the back. She gathered her sparsely sequined skirts, pulled the waist cinches from underneath her grating slips, and made her face immobile. She made her face like Nefertiti, approaching her own tomb. Suddenly, she threw her legs full force through the canvas curtain, and a septic glass stone sparkled malignant on her ankle. Her calf was taunted in the brass and carny lights. The full moon, Sakita, Egypt, goddess of the love, second millennium, reforming the rights, the conjuring of men, conjuring the spirit in Natchez. The Mississippi spewed heavy fumes of barely moving waters. Sakita's legs slashed furiously through the crack of night, and gold pieces hitting the makeshift stage. Her thighs, they were aiming coins between her thighs. Sakita, Egypt, goddess, harmony, kicked viciously through the night, catching the stars between her toes.
The library was right down from the trolley tracks. Past the laundromat, through the big shining floors and granite pillars that old St. Louis is famous for. There, I found Tucson. But not before months of Cajun Katie, Pippin Longstock, Christopher Robin, Eddie Heward, and Pooh Bear in the children's room. It was just pioneer girls, magic rabbits, and big old city white boys. I knew I wasn't supposed to, but I went into the adult reading room, and there I found Tucson. Tucson was my first black man. I never did count George Washington Carver, because I never did like peanuts. Still, Tucson was a black man, a Negro like my mama said. And he wasn't no slave. And he spoke French, and he didn't allow no white man to tell him nothing. Not Napoleon, not Maximilian, and not Robespierre. Toussaint Louverture was the beginning of a new reality for me. In a summer contest for which colored child can read 15 books in 3 weeks, I won. And I raved about Toussaint Louverture. But in the afternoon ceremony, I was disqualified. Because they say Toussaint belongs in the adult reading room. And I cried. And I took Toussaint home with me in my book. Because Toussaint was dead and living to me. Because Toussaint and them, they held a citadel against the French, and with the old spirits of the dead Africans, he led an army of zombies to free Haiti. And there wasn't no slaves anymore. You understand? There wasn't no slaves. Toussaint Louverture was my secret lover since the age of 8. I entertained him in my bedroom underneath the covers way into the night. We discussed strategies of how to overturn those white girls from my hopscotch games. And things of that nature. Toussaint was with me the night I decided to leave my integrated home, my integrated school, my integrated street. not a good year for little black girls. So Tucson said, let's go to Haiti. And I said, all right. And I got the brown paper bag full of important things so that I wouldn't have to come back. And Tucson and I, we took the Hulaman streetcar all the way down to the river. Last stop. It was only $15 because there wasn't nobody that could see him except for me. So Tucson and I, we were walking down North St. Louis, you know, where the French settlers used to live, in tiny houses all huddled together, with barely missing windows and shutters uneven. With colored kids playing and women on low porches sipping beer. Yeah. It was like Tucson and I, we could just talk down by the river. And we was gonna catch a boat to New Orleans or catch a Creole fishing ring to Port-au-Prince. And we was just gonna talk and walk all the time and eat fried bananas. When I was walking with him past some old drunk men, when all of a sudden this silly old boy came around the corner saying,
Hey girl, you better come over and talk to me.
and I looked at Tucson, who was furious, I might add. And I said, you silly old boy, you better leave me alone or Tucson's gonna get your ass. And he don't take no shit from no white home, and he got country on his own. And this boy came over saying,
Darky, you must really be somebody to know my name so quick.
I was disgusted. I wanted to get on to Haiti without some silly old boy bothering me. Still, he stood there, kicking milk cartons and bits of brick, trying to get all up in my business. And I didn't know what to do, so I mumbled to the return. What should I do? And he didn't say anything, so finally I said, well, who are you? And he said,
My name is Tucson Jones.
and I looked at him with those skinny-out corduroy pants and his striped t-shirt with holes in both elbows and a scab underneath his left eye. I said, who are you again?
I'm Tucson Jones.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm going on to see Tucson with return Haiti. Are you kidding him? He don't take no shit from no white folks. He ain't a slave, and they got country all of their own over there. And then he came around saying,
Look at here. I'm Tucson Jones. I'm right here looking at you. I don't take no stuff from no white folks. Look around. You don't see any in here.
Then he kind of puffed up his chest and he said,
Now, come on. Let's go down to the docks and look at some boats.